Final round.
Welcome to Button Mash, the show where we mash all your video game content for the week for you to listen to at the press of a single button. My name is Roger, and with me, as usual, we've got Chris Hansen.
How are you, baby?
I'm fucking fantastic, mate.
Good to hear, man.
I'm pumped. I've readjusted the volume because I don't know if you've listened to last week's episode. I apologize to the listeners, but I didn't readjust the volume at which you were coming into the recording because I have the desktop audio a little bit lower when I play games, and I didn't adjust it, so you're coming out like heaps lower. But I'm not making that mistake again. You're all good today.
I'm all right now.
Yeah, we're all good to go.
Check it out.
Because it was a great episode. I think it's our second longest one now. Our longest one is episode 10. But we came close. It was 2 hours and 20 minutes, and last week's episode was 1 hour 59. So close. And it was it was really fun. Just talking a lot of interesting topics. So hopefully this episode will be similar, and we're going to come up with some sweet content for your ear holes. People
love ear holes.
Loving the ear holes. So the first topic we've got today, boys and girls, we're going to talk about Fallout 76 again. Was it last week that we were talking about? What
how
was it?
How retarded they are? How stupid they are? Bring out $100.
Oh, that's right. The
seasonal
Fallout first
year early pass,
or whatever the fuck. Yeah, that's right. So this time, Fallout 76 is making the news because in Australia anyway. Not sure how it's going in other countries, but in Australia, Fallout 76 players will get the chance to get their money back from Bethesda after Bethesda essentially turned them down, saying, no, you can't have your money back, you piece of shit. You keep our shitty fucking broken game, and there's nothing you can do about it. So the ACCC went, no. Actually, there is something they can do. They have consumer rights. So basically, ACCC received a whole bunch of complaints about ZeniMax telling people, ZeniMax representatives, telling customers that they can't get their money back, that they were not entitled to a refund, even though the game was broken. So that's not happening. So basically, if you've bought Fallout 76 in Australia between November 24th, 2018 and the 1st of June 2019, and you have requested in that time to get a refund from Bethesda,
and you still have the game,
you are entitled to a refund, but only if you've actually expressed that you wanted your money back in that time, which is a great thing to point out because I'm sure a lot of people would have tried to jump on that wagon and just get their money back, even though, just taking advantage of it.
You would have got full price. Could you imagine having the game for this long and you did kind of enjoyed it and you're like, I don't really play it anymore.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
I can get $70 back?
Yeah, exactly. So they've put that in place so people don't take advantage of it. But basically, the law says that when a consumer buys a product, it comes with an automatic consumer guarantee. And the retailers must ensure their refunds and returns policies do not misrepresent what the Australian consumer law provides. So that's where they're fucked up, saying to people, hey, no, we've got some sort of whatever the fuck that protects us from having to give you your money back. No, that's not a thing. So yeah, people are getting their money back, which is, instead of, maybe that's why they're setting up their bullshit $100 yearly subscription thing.
Yeah, that's going to make people want to stick around and pay more money.
It's like,
I actually wonder how many people are going to get their money back. I'm really interested because I feel like if you hated the game that much, you probably would have already sold it.
Yes, maybe, but at the
And then if
same
you really
time,
love the game for this long, are you really going to get rid of it now?
I'm sure the majority would have been on PC where they can't sell it.
Oh yeah, be on stream. Yeah, be on Steam and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So
True. True.
yeah,
Yes. Well.
no good. So they're trying to make some extra money off people. Instead, they're losing money. I wonder how much it's actually going to affect them, though. Like I'm sure. I know a lot of people complained about it, but
Yeah.
how many people actually, requested their money back and boycotted the game, kind of thing?
Yeah. I'm such a person that would be like, for all the work, I'm just like,
Can't be fucked.
yeah, it can be fucked.
Yeah, I'll just cop it. Yeah,
I'm such a lazy ass.
yeah. I'll probably do the same unless I bought it. If I bought a hard copy, then I'd probably go ahead.
But you know what though, like there are some people out there that are strapped for cash and they can only buy 2 or 3 games a year, and they are like, this is the game I want this year. Like out of the 3 games that I buy, like the Call of Duties, and then oh man, Fallout 76, and then they release this shit, and then they're like, I did not sign up for this. Damn it, I could have bought yada 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 with that amount of money.
True.
I want my money back. I can do it, and then they go denied, and then you're like, oh, because sometimes we live in the luxury where we can just buy any game we want.
Yeah,
just play it, and then just not
like
give a
that.
fuck. So, some people, only get to, to pick up only 2 or 3 games a year, and if that was one of my games, I'd be pissed off too, especially if I'm paying $80. So.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas to those people who get their money back and they get to spend their money on something else.
Yeah, that'll be good. I would really love to find out what the numbers actually are. I'm sure they won't release it, but
no.
Yeah.
And how much money they're gonna lose?
Yeah, that's the thing. How much money are they going to lose? And it's money that they've probably reinvested in the game. As well, that are going to owe back. But again, like, we don't have the numbers. We don't know how many people actually are going to be getting their money back through this thing. So
yeah,
be interesting to see what actually happens. Or are they going to make their money back through dumbasses actually paying for the yearly subscription?
Oh, I want to find out the people that buy that. That's what I'm really like.
No shit.
That we did see that little article that the players that bought that obviously got special icons on top of their head, and everyone else targets them.
That's pretty funny.
Oh man,
that is pretty funny. All right, let's move on to our next topic, which is no Battlefield. No Battlefield until 2022. We're not even in 2020 yet.
Man, I know. That's crazy.
How do you feel about
22. That? Well, I'm a pretty big Battlefield dude.
Yeah.
Like, I buy all the Battlefields. I play them. Same as CODs and stuff like that. Yeah, a little bit sad. And 22. Like, that's ages away.
That's ages away.
That is so far away.
My kid
I
will
knew
be 2.
I knew for this Battlefield they were gonna, like the recent one, they came out and said, "Hey, listen, we're not releasing a new one in a while. We're just gonna add on to this one." But it'll be interesting because are the servers going to be popular in another year, especially when there's new, consoles coming out as well.
Good point.
I honestly thought a new Battlefield would have come out on the new consoles because that's what normally happens. That's what happened on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, that's what they're doing though. So what they said they were going to do, and that's EA. Basically, what they're looking at doing is have the new console come out, let it be settled down for a year or two, and then release Battlefield when it's all settled. All the servers are all sorted. There's no bloody Destiny debacle, maybe. That's probably the biggest one that I can think of, where it was like next gen, big fuck up release where people can't play the game straight away kind of thing. That's what they're trying to do.
But they released the Battlefield. What was it? 3 or 4? 4,
Four,
3,
four.
4. When it first, that was like in the first month the PlayStation came out. Actually, was that a real? Was that
It was
real?
a PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4 thing. Yeah, it came out on release. You could pick it up day one,
Because
which I
we
think
got it day one.
we got it day
Remember?
one. We did.
Yeah,
We did.
and it ran fine.
Did it?
Everything was fine. I'm like pretty certain that we played that the whole night. And because we got 2K as well, and that took like ages to load and
Yeah,
stuff, so
that's
we just
right.
kept on playing. We kept on playing Battlefield, and we were just like freaking out at how good the graphics were and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're playing.
But
Yeah.
yeah, no, it was interesting. Yeah, I'm sad, but I seem to be a lot more patient now these days. The older I get, because there's just so many games that come out.
Mm.
Um, so hey, if they want to take their time, I'm more for it as well. I don't like how games come out every single year.
Yeah.
So I like when games just kind of sit. And this is going to sound really weird, but it kind of makes me want to jump back into
Battlefield
Battlefield.
1?
Seeing I know,
5?
yeah,
5.
5. That I know that like a new one isn't going
It's
to
gonna
come out,
stay,
so I can
yeah.
just it's going to stay around. And I'm like, oh well, I might as well just keep playing it then. Hey,
Yeah.
and I love Battlefield. Battlefield's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, it gives them time to think and suss out next gen and how everything works and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So yeah, it's a little bit sad, but
Mm.
it makes me probably go back into the old Battlefield as well. So
Yeah. Fair
yes.
call. The other side of that story as well is that basically, because they're not releasing a Battlefield game next year, they are going to focus on Apex Legends, which is going to be their main shooter for the next fiscal year. That's one thing. The other thing is, if they're supporting Apex Legends, does that mean that they're putting Titanfall 3 on hold? Delaying Titanfall 3 or just putting it on the back burner kind of thing so they can work on their moneymaker, Apex Legends.
They could have 2 teams though, because right now you wouldn't have a full team working on Apex Legends because it's already up and running. You're just kind of adding certain things and working on the next season and stuff like that, where you could have
Star Wars.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's true.
That's next week. Fuck.
Oh god damn it, dude! I hate it. Yeah. So yeah, dude. Like, yeah, they'd have 2 teams. I'm surely working on it. And I'm sure that Titanfall 3 will have to come out because that was such a hit. It's just they just got burnt so badly with number 1.
No, number 2.
Oh no.
Number 2 is the one that came out.
Number 2 got burnt actually. Yeah, sorry. Number 2 got burnt.
It's the one that came out between Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, because we got it for like $10 or some shit, or like $20.
And I played the shit. I prestiged in that, man.
Sick game.
It was such a sick game. I don't know how the servers are in that now. Like, I haven't played it for a year or something like that.
I watched someone stream it recently.
Oh, really?
When I say recently, it was probably like 2 months ago, but that's that's pretty recent.
Yeah.
And people are still playing it, but I don't know what that was on. Yeah, it was a really good game. But yeah, we'll find out.
I watched actually someone on when was it? What's today? I keep thinking it's Sunday.
Tuesday,
it's freaking me out, man. On Monday, yesterday.
Yeah.
I watched someone play Apex. Like for a while, I was just like, oh, let's just have a look to see what the fuck's going on with Apex because I knew the new season's out again. I seem to be
brand new map.
Really?
It's a brand new map. Yeah.
God damn. Anyway, and he had like all these crazy camos and stuff, and I'm just like, oh my god, dude, like this is crazy. I don't, as you know, Foortnite's like my BR game. Like, that's my number 1 BR game. So Apex, it'd be hard. I don't have the battle pass for Apex as well, so it's kind of like it doesn't make me kind of you know, I'm not invested in it. You know, we jumped in for I think a few
A
hours.
day.
Yeah, and then we were just like, thanks guys. All right,
That
we're
was
back
fun.
out. Yeah,
And we're
see
like,
ya.
oh, there's a big dinosaur that fucking stomps on you. Cool.
Yeah, that's right. And you know what? And I feel like it could be going into that Fortnite territory in a sense of if you've been out of the game for so long, you're going to get destroyed.
Yeah.
And I do feel a bit intimidated by that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Feeling I'm going to get wrecked by a lot of players that have just been playing Apex Legends since season 1 and haven't really had a break. Like that's their number one BR game.
Yeah.
Where Fortnite, I feel like you can even just jump in because now they've kind of got this skill matchmaking and bots and stuff like that. Like me and Pat last night, the last few nights, we've won duos. Like we only play like 2 or 3 games a night of duos, and we win. We've won every night.
Shit.
And we don't. Let's be honest. Like we normally wouldn't win all the time. Very rarely we'd win a duo. Actually, when there was no skill matchmaking, I reckon we may have won like 2. Like in our whole of like
Really? Duos?
just in duos, just me and Pat as a duo partner.
Right.
With me and like some other people I've won heaps, but just me and him in a sense, it's like but yeah, I really think they've got this bot thing down pat, man. Like this skill matchmaking and like chuck a few bots in there, get your confidence up and just let you play, man. I like it. I know there's a very small percentage of people that don't like it, but I like it. And everyone that I've kind of spoken to enjoys it as well. You know, they're bots and stuff, but it kind of makes you feel badass as well and get your kills up.
I killed someone.
But then again, you know what, though? Like, when you start, because obviously the better you are, the less bots you have in your game. If you start a new account and you jump in, you're going to have, like, bots. Like LEA on YouTube, who does Fortnite videos, he did an experiment where you can actually see how many bots you have in your game by going to replay, and then you go into the
leaderboard.
No, the what do you call it? The pre-launch. What's it called? I've gone blank. You know, when you're just running around,
like
waiting
just
for the
the
game
lobby.
to start. Just the lobby, yeah, the lobby. When you're running around, so when you go into the replay, just go back to the start when everyone runs around in the lobby, and if they don't have names above their head, they're bots. So you can actually just see how many players there are. And he looked at his game, and his was like pretty much like 80% were human. And then he started a new account, and he's like, whoa. He's like, literally everyone was a bot except for maybe like 2 people. Yeah, so obviously the better you get, the more human players you kind of get. But yeah, no, it's cool. I like it. Like, it makes me keep playing. And the new chapter, like chapter 2 is like amazing. I love it. So, God damn it, we on to Fortnite chat.
So, Battlefield 6, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Battlefield 6, yeah, Battlefield,
the boys,
Fortnite.
the boys.
Fuck, man.
Always happens. Fucking Fortnite.
Yeah, fuck you, Fortnite. I love you, Fortnite.
All right, so next we're going to talk about fucking BlizzCon that's just happened. BlizzCon just happened. And we've got some exciting announcements that we...
Dude, I got the heebie-jeebies.
I don't think we talked about Overwatch 2, but we definitely obviously talked about Diablo 4 on the last episode because it was leaked through a fucking art book that it was coming out. But Overwatch 2, I saw stuff about it a few days before BlizzCon. And it was announced. We're getting Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2. Just when, was it last week? I think it was last week when I was talking about how games could just be, just get updates and like expansions instead of getting sequels. And I was saying World of Warcraft had done that pretty well. And then Blizzard comes out and goes, hey, Overwatch is getting a sequel. But in saying that, I feel like the way they're going about it is pretty interesting. So if you have been living under a rock for the past week, Overwatch 2 is being released. It's got a whole bunch of features that we're going to talk about a little bit more, but basically all your progression from Overwatch 1 will carry over into Overwatch 2. So all your skins that you've unlocked will carry over into Overwatch 2. It'll have the same characters plus some more. The maps are going to carry over as well. So it's basically like Overwatch 2 is an expansion of Overwatch 1, really.
Yeah.
Which is, an interesting way of going about it. You're about to say something?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. What I think that was awesome is like you hear Overwatch 2 and you're kind of like,
hold up.
I kind of want to go back into Overwatch 1. Then you're like,
do I wait for Overwatch 2?
But number 2 is going to come out, and like, do I just wait for number 2 to get back into it? But it makes you go, oh no, I'll keep playing 1 because I can unlock skins. And do you know what I mean? Like, it feels like you're making progression for number 2 in a sense.
Yeah.
Because you're getting some skins for your characters.
Yep.
And
you know,
it's the same maps as well, so you can still get back into the rhythm of like, so that's sick, man, what they've done. That's awesome. So good. I love Overwatch.
I'm pretty keen. And
in that trailer, there's no Junkrat, and you said he died in it.
That was funny. But basically, what we've got so far for Overwatch 2, there's going to be a bigger focus on co-op stuff, on some PvE stuff, which is cool. I like that because a lot of people, including myself, sometimes get intimidated by going back into Overwatch because obviously people are pretty good at the game now. But there's going to be, big focus on some co-op modes. There's going to be story missions and hero progressions. So you can unlock new specials and stuff for your hero, which is cool. Because at the moment in Overwatch 1, it's just you've got your hero, it's got, their abilities, and that's it. Everyone's on the same level playing field. Whereas this is going to be, it doesn't sound terrible. It's just going to be like you can level up and customize what abilities you want. So I don't think if someone's like a high level has got more abilities, they're going to have an advantage over you. I think it's just like they can pick and choose over someone who's on a lower level kind of thing. Yeah. Well, that's what I hope. Anyway. And in terms of PvP, there's also going to be a new mode called Push. And when I first heard about that, I thought it was just like a ripoff of the Call of Duty one where you're escorting the robot to the other side of the map. Do you remember that? In COD?
Escort?
Yeah. I thought it was
like... What was it called? What was it called?
I think it was called Escort. I think it was, yeah. Where you have to, be near the robot and then you take it to the other side of the map.
Man, BT Dubs, we like owned that, by the way.
Yeah, we did. Except when people didn't do the objective and were fucking annoying. That sucked.
That's what I'm saying is like we didn't need them, mate. We'd still win.
Yeah, when we were together, yeah. When we weren't, it was a fucking pain in the ass. I remember that being terrible. But this is not it, because in that mode that we're talking about, it was one team has their robot and they have to escort the robot to the other side of the map, and the other team is trying to stop them by killing the people trying to escort the robot, and also, kill the robot. Whereas this is one robot pushing a block towards the other end of the map. And then if one team is pushing the block, the other team is trying to stop that robot, right? To get the robot to go, hey, hang on, join our side and push our block. So it's the one robot for both teams, which is interesting. So you got the block on each side, robot is pushing it, other team is trying to stop them. If they stop it and take over the robot moves to another part of the map where the other team's block starts pushing that. So it makes it a bit more dynamic where you're not
Yeah,
always
that's
going
cool,
to
like
be
offensive and defensive.
yeah, and you're not always fighting over the same point. Like if you take over the robot fucks off to another side. And Blizzard have said internally when they were playing that mode, it was very rare that the block ever got pushed to the actual end. It always ended with time limit, and then obviously it depends who which team has pushed their block further. So yeah, that's basically the new PvP mode, and then they said there's going to be new heroes as well. We don't know what they're going to be. There's new models for the heroes, although I looked at it and there's not much of a difference, which is, I mean, doesn't matter, right? Like, you still have the same
No.
heroes and more, and there's already
Yeah.
fucking heaps already. It's like, what, between 25 and 30 or something?
Yeah, there's a lot. And I think
Yeah.
if we jumped back in, we would be like, oh, who's this?
Yeah,
Who's this guy?
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
like,
I am keen to
but,
get back in. I've got it installed. I'm ready to go.
oh man, you've got it, man. That's like Elder Scrolls Online. I'm pretty sure that was like a massive game. Like,
No,
with update.
it's like 22 gig.
What?
I know.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I
Maybe I'm
installed
actually thinking of Skyrim. Like,
maybe. Yeah. I thought the same thing, to be honest. I was like, it's gonna be massive. There's heaps more shit now.
okay.
And I went and updated it. It was like install off the disk took like 2 seconds. And then update was like maybe I think maybe it was 26. It was in the 20s, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I better update
Get
mine and
on it.
downloading.
We'll play on the weekend or some shit. I'll be keen to put in a few games every now and then.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind it. Wouldn't mind it at all.
Yeah.
But then after that, we also got some trailers, some cinematic trailers, some gameplay trailers for the infamous Diablo 4, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, that's gonna be so sick.
Yeah.
Picking. Oh, dude, don't get me started.
Yeah, man. And as I was saying to you, I said to you straight up, you should just go to Blizzard and be like, "Oi, cunts, give me a job.
Yeah,
give me
pretty
a fucking
much.
job." What we talked about last week, what you said last week, is spot on. Like, what's happening? So you said you want areas to be more lived in, have more people around. You want to run into random people and like have public events like in Destiny, and have your social hubs and shit where you can meet up with people and that's what we're getting. That sounds sick.
Oh, dude, I
And
know.
the coolest thing about that, I think, in my opinion anyway, was that they said that basically if you're in a town, there's going to be heaps of people around, right? Like as in human characters running around. You can talk to them and be like, "Oi, join my party, let's fucking go." And if you go around the actual open world, you can run into players there as well. But then, if you go in an area where, say, it's like a desert, for example, you're actually going to see less players running around. So the game is going to work out, hey, this area, if it was in real life,
It's not that populated.
you wouldn't have many people running around. So in the game, we're going to give you less people, like some sort of, like a mountain or some shit, like a cave where you wouldn't see people. You would have less populated areas, which I think is sick.
It's interesting to see how they're going to do that. Like,
Yeah.
if you think you're in a certain server, like if all those players ran to the desert, like you're all not going to load into different deserts, are you?
Yeah, I think it's going to be like different instances. So the instances are going to be smaller. It's like, say, like when we played Elder Scrolls Online, for example. You're in the town and you've got heaps of people, yeah? And then when you do a mission and you go to a certain spot where it's only going to be you and your party, it just breaks you off
that's true.
into that instance. So,
Oh, dude, it's going to be so good.
yeah, the boys.
I'm really keen to see what the public events are going to be, and I feel like that would be hectic, man. Could you? So when you play 4-player Diablo, it's like already hectic. Like shit's going on. There are numbers popping up everywhere with points and spells and just animals and creatures and shit. Could you imagine a public event? Dude,
It's gonna be
it's gonna be
nuts.
oh man, it's gonna be awesome.
Another very important thing, which is
Another
going to be amazing because I remember playing Diablo with you when you were playing with people from work, and I was at a much lower level, and I was just like, okay, these guys are just destroying everyone. I'm like doing shit, but I don't feel like I'm actually doing anything because I'm so underpowered.
Yeah.
Enemy levels are going to be scaled so that your friends can always play together, but some areas, because they're meant to be harder, they are going to be harder. But then players would actually have to actively seek out that area if they're looking for a challenge kind of thing.
Yeah, so it's like the Division and
Exactly.
Destiny.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Borderlands do that all really, really good.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, scaling won't stop you from becoming more powerful by finding better gear as well, which is cool because what game was it that I played recently where, or was it maybe you weren't getting much? Oh, Ghost Recon. Like I was playing with you and I was just getting shitty stuff.
Do you think that was just luck, or do you think like that was how it went?
I just think it wasn't done well, really. Like I was getting good stuff and you're just getting like shitty stuff for some reason. Not sure why. But apparently, that's not going to happen in Diablo 4. And what else do we get? That we already talked about. The world events we've talked about. The other thing that you were hoping for, you said you would be hoping that the game would be more colorful.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Yeah, brighter. They're going the opposite direction. They're going to make it darker and more depressing. They're going to double down on it.
Like, we can't copy Chris that much, so we're just going to have to change it up a little.
Yeah, they're like, if we go with all his ideas, we're going to have to pay him money, and we don't want to pay him money, really.
Let's go the opposite to bright.
If we can avoid it, gonna avoid it. Fair enough. Well played, Blizzard. Well played.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, but it sounds like a lot of fun. It looks good.
It looks really good. The graphics look really good.
The moves, you can have mounts now.
Yeah, man.
Ride your horse, jump off, and do your special moves straight up.
Of rolling to everywhere because it's faster. I'm like, commando roll.
There's going to be more customization and stuff, of course. There's going to be, I forgot what the term is, but it's basically how exotics work in Destiny. So it's an item that's like really powerful, but you can only wear one of that type of item at a time.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And apparently you can really go in depth in like customizing in terms of, you know how you could add like gems and stuff to so they're going back to how it was in Diablo 2. I don't know too much about it because I didn't play Diablo 2, but it's going to be runes instead of the gems that you just attach to the things. So apparently it works a little bit differently. I think it's like you're actually sort of marking the thing with that rune and adding certain add-ons and that sort of thing. Certain abilities to your items.
Yeah.
Which is cool, man. I'm on board. I'm sold. Give me that. I'm ready.
Yeah, I want both. Give me it.
Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4. WoW and Hearthstone are also getting expansions, but we're not going to talk about it because we don't really play those games, so I feel like our opinions would be invalid, really.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Go buy that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anything else you want to add about Diablo? Or
no, man, just really looking forward to it. Can't wait. I was even thinking it today when I was like doing the deck. I was just like, oh man, give me Diablo and like Overwatch 2, dude, that's gonna be so sick.
Yeah.
And then really looking forward to it.
Now, here's a question for you. I think I know the answer, but maybe you'll plot twist me.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna come out on, I'm sure, next gen consoles.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna get it on the PS5, or would you go portability and get it on the Switch?
Which Diablo?
Yep,
PS5.
PS5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay, okay.
What did
I'm
you think
kind
of?
of
Choices?
no. I thought you were gonna say PS5,
Oh, okay.
but I'm thinking about it in the sense of, will
It,
we have cross-platform as like a normal thing at that point? If I get on the Switch, can I just play with you on PS5?
um, I'd have to see how it runs on Switch as well.
Yeah.
And if there's a pretty big difference,
Mm.
hands down PS5. If they come out and they say, listen, the Switch and the PS5, there's a little difference. Obviously, the PS5 is going to have a better frame rate, but it's not a whole lot different. It would maybe really stop and think, but I think I'll go PS5.
Yeah, that's fair. But I'm just like, now that we've played Diablo on the Switch and it works really well.
It's a pretty old game though.
Yeah. No, I mean, like in terms of fun, like fundamentally, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like to play
Yeah.
that on a portable console.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I am considering it, especially because I'm thinking at that point cross-platform will just be a normal thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So it won't matter what you get it on and what I get it on. We'll be able to play together. That's what I'm hoping for, anyway. If that's not the case, then I would get it on PS5. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Have to wait for more details.
Something to think about. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. But let's move on to the.
Wait, hold up for 2 seconds. Is Overwatch 2 going to come out on Switch?
I did see something about that. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely gone on PS5.
Yeah. That first-person shooter, I would, 100%. But a Diablo game.
A Diablo game, yeah, that's... Yeah.
It works, man.
Okay.
It works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's talk about the video games that we've been playing the past week or so. We'll start with The Elder Scrolls Online, which, I've been thinking about. I don't know how I came to think about it again recently, but I've been wanting to play it again. I was just like, maybe I'll just reinstall it and see what it's like now. And I looked into it a bit more. I've been watching other streamers play it, and I'm like, this sounds really good, and just give it a crack. And I feel like it would be a fun game to play on stream. Maybe I'll just play it on stream. And I was like, whatever, we'll do that. So I reinstalled it. I played a little bit of it on the stream on Thursday night. So I started a new character then. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll just leave it at that. Do what I normally do with the games that I play on stream, which is I just play them on stream. Literally, I play them once a week. So that was Thursday night, and Friday I came home after work and I was like, do you reckon like the viewers would care if I play a little bit? Like if they miss a little bit of the story? I'm like, surely they won't care. So I played a little bit of it. I was like, that was sick. I'll play a little bit more. And then, like I said, I met those people who play that pretty heavily.
Yeah.
Like their level cap and doing like the end game stuff. And they were kind enough to help me out. My little peasant fucking level 1 character.
Yeah.
But they were like, let's form a party on PlayStation. We'll play together. I was like, yeah, cool. Open up voice chat. It's all great. And then they were like, wait, what server are you playing on? European or North America? And I was like, didn't think about that. I'm on the European one. And at that point, I was like level 10, I think, which is not a big deal. And I was like, well, I'm still pretty early on in the game. I'm just going to make a new character on the American server. and I switch over to the American server, and I kind of remember briefly because I have a character on the American server and he's level 12. So I think we played on the American one for a bit, and then when other people started getting it, we switched over to Europe. Or vice versa, whatever it was.
Yeah, okay.
But I think you would, I think you would have a character on both as well. Anyway, I was like, I don't really want to play with that character. I kind of want to start from scratch. And those people were like helping me with ideas and stuff in terms of making that new character. Yeah, and like there was this girl, and she was like, "Oh, I'm really good with like coming up with names and stuff." And I was like, "Oh, cool." So my character's an Argonian, and if you don't know, it's just a big fucking lizard. And I was like, yeah, this is him, and he's going to be a healer, and he's got black scales, basically.
Call him Liz. It's like, oh, thanks, mate.
Liz.
Thanks for those mad names that you're giving out, you know?
Yeah. And she was like, oh, what about Midnight? Because he's got dark scales. I was like, Midnight. I like that. Midnight as the first name. And then we're like, okay, what last name can we give him? And she was like, oh, we could just go something as simple as Dragon. I was like, okay, that works. Midnight Dragon. Cool. Why not? Let's do it. I do it, and it was like, that name is taken. I was like, oh, fuck. I'll just go Midnight Lizard. So I went with
Midnight Lizard.
So my character's name is Midnight Lizard. That's right. And I went in, and it's... I don't normally play as a healer. I normally go like sort of warrior type,
combat, or
tank
like
kind of character. Yeah. I'm enjoying being a healer. I've got some sort of combo that's working out pretty well for me, and it's just a lot of fun, man. Like I would normally play it in first person, and since I started watching other people, everyone plays in third person. I'm like, this looks heaps better. Why the fuck do I play in first person?
I think I always played in third person.
Did ya?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. I don't remember what I used to play as, but like when I went back in, because it defaults you to first person, and I was like, oh, this is okay. But now I started watching people. I was like, this looks heaps better. Like, why am I playing in first person? So I haven't played in first person since.
Yeah.
And I got my character to, I think it's just about to hit level 10, and apparently when you hit level 10 you can do dungeons with other people, which is just like kind of like strikes kind of thing.
I feel like when I was playing by myself a few times, I feel like the Elder Scroll communities a really cool community. Like they help everyone out.
Yeah.
I remember I was doing a dungeon. I was doing something by myself, and I got to the final kind of boss. And I couldn't I just kept dying. And then when I die, you get kicked out of the kind of the cave thing, and then I have to go back in and then back out and in. And then I was like, man, I'm done. Like I'm nearly killed this dude and I can't get there. And then there was this guy just like out the front, and I was just like, oh, hey man. I was like, could you help me with this? And he's like, yeah, sure thing, man. I'll come with you. Just invite me to the group. I was like, that was way too easy. I was like, okay. So he just came in with me and we fought him. We beat him. Came out of the cave. He's like, oh, do you need any more help? I'm like, nah, that's all I needed. Thanks, dude. He's like, yeah, no worries. See ya. I was like,
right.
It's normally like, hey man, will you help me? Suck shit, peasant, you fuck. And I'm like, oh, what? I was like, bro, I just want to help. I just want to just shut your face. I'm like, oh, ow. Oh, okay.
Especially, I think we talked about this before. Like games that are pretty well established, it's like the people who stay there and still play the game. It's people who like love the game. And yeah, that community is really great. Like
yeah, they really are. They really do help you out.
Like literally, what I was doing, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and I was just on a streamer's chat, and I was like, oh yeah, like if you have any tips and stuff, just let me know because I've just started the game, and your stream says beginners welcome. And then people started talking to me. They were like, oh, what are you playing on? I'm like, oh, I'm playing on PS4. I know most people play on PC. And one girl was like, oh, I'm on PS4 right now. Do you want me to help you? I'm like, oh, I don't want to hold you back and stuff. Like, I'm literally, like, starting the game.
Starting fresh.
Yeah. And she was like, no, that's fine. Like, I'm more than happy to help you out. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I jumped in, and she had another guy with her, and they met each other through that stream. And yeah, they started helping me out. Like, we had heaps of fun, just fucking around, and they were giving me heaps of tips. Like, what? So it's really cool because one of them is a vampire. So no matter what you pick, you can be a vampire.
Yeah, you
but
can.
But it comes with like pros and cons. And the other one is a werewolf.
Yeah, I actually remember that. Yeah. Dude, I'm going to totally install Elder Scrolls. I want to see what my character is. I can't remember. He's definitely like a human, like standard me, fucking, you know.
A human shit cunt.
Yeah, human. Eat shit, mate, you peasant. I'm like, yo!
But they were like, mad. They were telling me all the pros and cons and stuff. And they were like, oh, you know, like you don't have to decide now. Like, it's probably something that you'll think about later on down the track. Whatever suits your build at that point. And the chick was like, oh yeah, like if you want, I'll just bite you and you'll become a vampire. I was like, what the fuck? That's fucking sick.
I'll just bite you. Oh, what?
Yeah, like they were just, everyone's so nice.
Yeah, like, it is. It is a nice community and stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
100% agree.
So if you haven't played it, I'd definitely recommend. If you were like me, being a bit intimidated about going back in because you might think people are too good at the game now, kind of thing.
It's not much PvP though.
There is
PvP
a lot of PvP. There. So most of the streamers actually play PvP, and that's what I started watching. I was like, this is fucking intense, and people have started talking like they've got names for their classes and stuff. Like they mash the two names together. It's like,
yeah, but what I'm saying is like
you don't have to do it.
A lot of it's I'm going to play Elder Scrolls Online for PvE, not PvP 100%. At all. Like
100%. But yeah, PvP's like bigger than I thought it was in that game. Yeah. Like there's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah,
and people are like talking to chat. They're like, this is better than that if you do this, and like bringing up like all these random terms. And I was like, I just sent in the chat. I was like, guys, where do I go if I want to find out what the fuck you're talking about? And like even then they were like, oh, you can go here, you can go watch this streamer. And I'm like, oh fuck, thanks.
I feel like I'm gonna have to watch a YouTube video tomorrow of like what to know. Welcome back to Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, it's just yeah, it's just with the streams, it's like in real time is what I find is I guess more helpful. I can ask the questions in real time. The streamer will answer my questions, and people in the chat as well, which is it's great, man. Like I just love being back in the game. Like I was saying to you before we started recording, like for some reason, I don't know why, even though I've played the game on and off, not even that much.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying it like a lot more now. Like if I'm not playing it, I'm thinking about it, which is not how I played it previously. Which is interesting.
Yeah, because I remember when it first came out and I was in America, and I'm pretty sure you messaged me and you're like, yeah, man, it's not what you think it is. I was like, what? Really? And I was like, damn it. And then I just didn't get it. And then I bought it like later down the track.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm kind of really interested now. I'm going to probably install that tomorrow. And
it is 97 gigs.
Pardon?
97 gig.
97 gig.
97 gig. Yep.
Yeah, so
a bit of a heads up.
I won't be playing it till the weekend probably.
Yeah.
And especially when I've got, god damn it, I've got Call of Duty.
Yep.
And I got like, you got new games that you play, but even if I just hop in just to see what's happening, it will suck me back in. And they've had so long to get everything right about that game, so I wouldn't think there'd be many glitches and stuff like that because it's been out for so long. Keen as.
And I'm thinking of hopefully down the track, I'm not going to buy the expansions now. There's no point.
No.
Although when you get the expansions, you get a whole bunch of like bonus stuff. Which you don't really need. So yeah, I'm just going to play the base content, see how far I get. And then, when the time comes, I'll get the expansions. Hopefully it'll be at a lower price, but I'm definitely keen to stick with it for a while. We're
Yeah.
talking like years, maybe. We'll see. I
We'll
don't know.
see.
We'll see.
We'll see how long this lasts.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't think I don't know. It's just such a kind of chill kind of game where
You can
there's
walk off,
nothing.
do missions, and then just you can
Yeah,
take your time. It's not like, like I feel like that in like even Call of Duty. It's like that's not a chilled game. You have to be kind of like always focusing and
yeah.
just kind of always on edge, and 100% focuses on that.
Hmm.
And then there are other games where you can just kind of chill out, and it's what I say. Call of Duty is not a coffee game. I can't just drink a coffee and chill out and sit back and be like, woo. It ain't that. Like a
Hmm.
coffee game is, Elder Scrolls Online. Definitely. Like
Yeah.
you can, go around, go to different, like, make some armor or, go off and get some threads and get some dye to color your
Yeah.
armor or get some, I don't know, all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But I kind of remember like what I was doing in Elder Scrolls Online. And I actually remember I have a house in it as well. Like I have a room.
Oh, right.
Like I have a house with like, yeah, but there's nothing in there. You need furniture and you need to make furniture or buy furniture from somewhere.
The furniture dude.
Yeah. But I still remember when we last played it both together and we had so much fun. Do you remember
Yeah.
that? We
Yeah,
were riding our
man.
horses like into like wherever.
Riding
We had to
on the
ride really far and
horses. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it was exactly like that as well. We're
Yeah,
going through
man.
like a swampy area as well. I can't remember.
Yeah, fuck.
But yeah, we were
It's
man,
great.
having a ball. We're having a ball.
It's great.
But hopefully it is easy for me to just kind of jump back in.
It will be,
I'll give
man.
it a play
will be.
through and I'll see
I've
kind
started
of
2 characters in the past 3 days. Just remember that.
yeah. But then again, like I just hopefully I know like, like I feel like it's gonna be like the story's not that like deep in a sense. Like it's not like
It can be. It is like
actually,
I said.
sorry, I'll rephrase that.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of side missions in it,
Yeah.
so I feel like I'm not that far in,
Yeah.
but I've been doing like
You're up to the second island. I remember the like kind of desert island.
yeah.
Which is kind of where I am now as well. So actually, yeah, I'm up to where we were.
I feel like I'm. Where's where's kind of like the main area? Because I feel like I was doing like the thieves
guild. Yeah, that's where
guild and
I'm
stuff
on,
like
I'm on
that, and
I'm in that area.
Yeah. I'm interested now.
Yeah.
Keen to see what level I am. Anyway, I'm gonna jump back in on Friday. I'll suss it out, see where I am, what's going on.
Yeah.
Let me suck me in, and then yeah, hopefully can suck my eyeballs and ears in, and I'll be all in again.
All in.
Damn.
Very
like
keen.
a rapper.
Very keen. Lyrical genius. Now let's talk about good old Call of Duty Modern Warfare because
360 no scope. Yow!
We played some different modes. You played a bit of Ground War, which you're apparently loving. We played some Spec Ops. Let's talk about was it Ground War that you?
So what happened was
go on.
So I was playing normal just TDM and I feel like this COD is the slowest COD.
Slowest.
Ever.
Okay.
I think. It's such a slow COD, meaning, you run to an area and you slowly get there. There's not much stuff going on because everyone's in houses and it's very tactical, so you're kind of walking through. And I was like, oh man, like I like slow CODs, but god damn, this is really slow. Like I'm struggling here. Like even if I'm trying to run a gun, I'm still getting shot really quickly. So I feel like I had to kind of really take a step back. Like if I want to go to one house to the other house, I'm going to be like, run, and just like run across the road and hopefully I don't get shot. So I was like, oh, I'm going to try ground war out. I jumped in. Had a terrible experience. It was just like kill streaks after kill streaks, attack helicopters, and I was like, this is so stupid. Like, what a stupid mode. It's just Battlefield, but with like kill streaks, and everyone's just going to be chilling out, and there's what 50 players on the map, whatever. And I just got out of it straight away. And I think I just got really bad vibes off it straight away.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave it a second chance, and I liked it. I don't know if it's because I started the game off like at the start of the game. I didn't just get randomly thrown in halfway through.
Mm-hmm.
Then kept on playing it and kept on playing it. And then once you learn, there's only 2 maps in Ground War as well. So you kind of learn the maps and where to go and stuff like that. Once you learn that, you kind of like, yeah, this is kind of good. It's definitely a different style of COD though. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
more just like run around, what shit's going on. Like there could be just like 10 groups of people at a door trying to shoot their way into another group of door and stuff like that. And then I found a really good mix between TDM and Ground War, and that is TDM 10v10. So it is on smaller scaled maps, like just normal TDM maps, but 10v10.
Mm-hmm.
I think is it 10v10 or 12v12? I don't know, but it's a higher number than anything else. Yeah, and it's awesome, and I think I found my niche. That's what I love.
That's
I
your
like
game.
TDM. I don't like too much crazy going on. Like I don't like how there's like tanks and stuff in Ground War,
Mm.
and the tanks kind of ruin it. Like they'd just be sitting on a fucking mountain, and I know I should just go to my rocket launcher class and try and kill it, but I'm like, no, I'm playing COD. I don't want to be doing that. I don't have to deal with vehicles. I don't want to, so I try
Mm-hmm.
and stay away from them, and I'm pretty good at staying away from them. I just go into buildings and stuff. And when I capture points, they come up on your radar and your mini map, so you know where they are. So you just go behind the wall and kind of play a bit of cat and mouse with them, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the 10v10 is yeah, it's fantastic. I feel more people are running around and moving. They're not so kind of stagnant into certain rooms.
Yep.
So yeah, no, I'm really enjoying it at the moment. I know that the only negativities coming off COD are people calling it very campy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is in a sense, as it's more tactical because it's slow paced. We've said that before. And the footsteps are really loud. Like everyone's got clogs on their feet. While you'll be in a
Apparently,
house.
the patch has fixed it.
Yeah, so they've brought out a patch and they've
Mm-hmm.
fixed that as well. So that's good.
Yep.
And they have stopped the call outs from your player. That is fucking tastic because and idea wise, fantastic, but execution shithouse because if there is a camper in a room and you want to sneak up on them, they're like enemy spotted, and you're like, oh mate, like what the fuck, dude. So they fixed that. The only way they could have made it like that is if, say, you had like the call outs, but the other team couldn't hear them.
Yeah.
But then people would be like, yeah, but that's not realistic. But then you could be like, yeah, but they have like a little, like, you know, you got those, they have like little half headsets in their ears.
Yeah.
They don't hear that. So it's kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, they got rid of it, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really good. But I'm really liking the game. Like it's really good fun. I finished the campaign as well.
Yep.
I haven't finished a COD campaign in
A long
I
time.
don't know, a while. And wow, amazing, fantastic.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 for the campaign, I reckon.
Wow.
I would have given it a 10 out of 10 if it was probably a little bit longer because I wanted more, but it was probably a good thing because then it wouldn't go stale and stuff. So they've kind of got me wanting more. So yeah, it was amazing and it was just so good. So yeah, massive thumbs up for this Call of Duty for this year. And I like how the prestige works is you get to 150 and then it doesn't go to prestige. It just resets you back to level 55 after it kind of goes in seasons like Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
And that's cool because you just unlock that season's like kind of not loot boxes, but like gear and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like, you can always jump back in and feel like, you're not so behind. It's like, oh, that guy's a level 12 prestige and god damn, I'm like a level 1. Like, but everyone's going to be at 55 at the start of every season. So that's cool. That's all about it for me.
Yeah.
Oh, we did play, what was it called? I don't even know what it's called.
Operations?
Public event.
What the fuck?
Like public match.
Public match. I think it's called
yeah.
Operations.
Yeah, I think it's got operations, but it's under public match.
Yeah.
And again, we got thrown in halfway through the game.
It was pretty early on. It was very early on. Because I've played this mission and it's like the start.
Just didn't know what was going on. Even if we were like 2 minutes in, I still would have been like, what the fuck is going on? So I'd rather just be like spawned in as a team and then off we went. I've still got to do my research of how to do certain stuff because we couldn't figure out how to do kill streaks and our ammo situation, and we all have different classes because like mine's the assault class, so it makes you reload quicker and stuff like that. But yeah, it's odd. So it's pretty much just like a big. It's actually an extension. It continues on from the story, from the campaign. And then you do these kind of really big missions with a group of people. And it's set like to very hard, I feel like their shooting is really good. Like if you're out in the open, you're going to die in like literally 3 seconds, I reckon. Did you feel like you would die really quickly in that game? Like
100%. We were getting fucked up. I feel like it wasn't like that when I played it last time, so I don't know if they've set it to...
Oh, they might have set the difficulty, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Honest, I did like it in a bit because I was like, it's not like it was just waves of zombies. It was kind of, you had to play a little bit more. Oh, I've got to take cover here. Like if one of us were down, it's like, oh, is that a risk if I go out and get you? If the 3 are dead, should I, hide and just chill out until you guys spawn back in? But there's a lot more to the game that we both still haven't figured out because we're just like, yeah, that's cool. Let's jump in. How hard can it be? It's Call of Duty. You jump in, there's enemies. We got fucked up straight away. So yeah, that's sick. And you get some XP on it as well. And it was pretty decent XP. It wasn't as bad as what Survivor was, I think.
Yeah.
So
very true. Beer Karma in the chat asks, do you prefer kill streaks or specialists? I think that's an interesting question.
Actually prefer specialists. If they had to get rid of kill streaks, I hate kill streaks in Call of Duty. The only thing if you're going to do kill streaks, just do it how they did in COD 4. Now, I put COD 4 on the pinnacle of CODs. I think it's a masterpiece. I love it. I think that's such a well-balanced game. I think everything about it is so good. And the kill streaks aren't overpowered at all. It's a UAV, it's an airstrike, and it's a helicopter, attack helicopter, and that's it. Where I feel like in these new CODs, they're just way too overpowered and it can ruin a game pretty quickly. I think you came up with a really good point saying, yeah, I'm doing really well and I'm killing everyone and I'm like a god and we're going to reward you to make you even better. Awesome. And it's just like, yeah, that's a good point. Like, why would they do that? And that's why I kind of find going to Battlefield refreshing, because I'm like, oh, it's just gun gameplay, and if I get 8 kills in a row, I literally got 8 kills in a row. I didn't get help from anything, unless you hop in a tank and stuff like that, but I still wouldn't count that because you can always kill a tank pretty easily, or you've always got so many different anti-aircraft weapons and stuff like that. But like, I think I watched like the best helicopter pilot in Battlefield, and he was like crazy good. Like he was so skillful. But not veering off the subject. Yeah, I would love kill streaks to really be. I'd love them to be removed, but I know they will never be removed. And I know it's part of COD, so I would like them to pretty much go back to the Call of Duty 4 days of just having 3 kills, like basic kill streaks. and stuff that's not too overpowering as well. And the specialists were good. I did enjoy them on probably one of me and Roger's favorite Call of Duties ever, Black Ops 3. There were specialists and kill streaks in that, but we enjoyed both. So, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can be done well.
Yeah.
Can be done well. What else did we play? Oh, yes! You got back into fucking Pokemon Go. Are you still playing?
Yeah, I am. Actually, this is the only day today that I haven't caught a Pokemon or, like, went to a Pokestop because I was that busy. I couldn't even, like, flick out my phone and catch one Pokemon. So,
Yeah.
but dude, I ain't gonna lie, I was on that grind bad, man. I went up like 2 levels, I think, in a week.
Yeah, right.
So I think I logged back in, and I was level.
You were level 20.
I was level 20, and I'm 23 now.
Oh,
so,
shit. There you go.
I went pretty hard, but it helps when I work kind of like near the city, and I have 5 or 4 Pokestops, like 50, not even that, like 15 meters away from me. So if I go to the toilet, there's a Pokestop.
Spin some stops, boys.
I'm just taking a slash and just spinning some stops, and then I'm just like, I need to sign someone in or whatever. I'll walk past 2 Pokestops. So, yeah, it's good, man. I'm enjoying it. I've actually watched a few YouTube videos. I've gone into that kind of rabbit hole of. I was watching this guy. He's the number 1 Pokemon Go player in the world. A guy from Korea. And he has over 10 million XP, and he has, and apparently that's equivalent to reaching level 40 15 times in Pokemon Go.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like this guy's all about, and man, I'm going to link it to you, and I want you to watch it, and it's just so interesting. Like he has this whole kind of like group in Korea that like goes with him, and he sets out different raids and the timing and the lights of the traffic lights. So like. He'll get to different raids like with like 6 seconds left, and he knows how long it's going to take him to get to the next raid and so on.
What the fuck?
Yeah, oh, dude, it's insane. You should watch it. I went for like 25 minutes or something, and man, I was just like, this guy's messed up. Like, and he plays with like older people and new people, and then they do interviews with like all these like kind of followers, and like, oh, how did you get into it, and how did you know him and stuff, and. It's really good, man. It's really good. You should definitely check that out. I'll send you a link.
Yeah. But, definitely.
But yeah, man, definitely back into Pokemon Go. God damn it. But there's so many new Pokemon. That's why I'm so excited, because like I got all these little shadows of like new Pokemon that I haven't caught. And I'm like, there's new Pokemon everywhere. Like everywhere. I went for a run and I was running, and I was like when a Pokemon comes up, I look at my phone and I try and swipe to catch it. But seeing I'm running, I'm like throwing the Pokemon, like the Pokeball everywhere. And I'm like, God damn it. So I have to like slow down and kind of like,
yeah, right.
Got it. And I'm like, oh no, man, you're slowing down. Your time's going to be really slow. But then I just totally gassed it. I was running, and then I went past like a gym, right? And I was like, oh, whatever. I don't care. Like, I'm not going to do the gym, whatever. But then a Pokemon appeared that like I didn't have.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh damn it, I just missed it. It's gone out of range. So I turned back and ran the other way.
I've done that so many times.
And then people like walking their dog, and they're like, what the fuck is this dude doing? Like he's running back and forward in this like 10-meter like thing. Because I was like, oh my God, there's like 3 new Pokemon here. And I'm like running back and forward like an idiot. And then I got home and seen my running gets tracked on my my watch, right? So I'm in a like kind of a competition with my partner, and she has like she gets all my activities. So if I do a run, she comes up and goes, oh, Chris has completed a run, yada yada yada. And I finished my run, and she was out, and she's just like, oh, good run. Wow, that took you like 10 minutes longer though. Are you okay? And I was like, yes. Just playing
Just
Pokemon Go
catching
kind of,
Pokemon.
Pokemon slowed me up. Technically, I actually went further because I was running back and forward, but it didn't really track that because
Yeah,
I was on the
that's
same path, and I
distance.
was like,
Yeah.
damn it.
Yeah,
So, Pokemon Go, yeah, making me fitter, getting
man.
them gains of cardiovascular. But yeah, back on.
Yeah. So, as you know, I met up with our friend, the Angriest Scotsman, last Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and he's pretty heavily into it. As it turns out, it's pretty funny because when we saw him at PAX, he went out of the convention
Oh, yeah,
to catch
that's right.
Pokemon, but which then got me back into it, and then obviously you back into it. Since that happened, he actually dropped off. He
What do you
stopped
mean?
playing for a bit.
Did he?
Yeah, and then when I
What?
saw him on Friday, he was like, "Oh yeah, I haven't played in a while. Like, we'll get back in." And then that's when he got back into the game, and we were walking down the street, and I was like talking about, he was giving me tips and whatnot, and I was telling him like, "Oh, I really want to do a raid, but it's a little bit intimidating and stuff." He's like, "Let's fucking do one. Let's find one. We'll go do one." And we found a spot where there was a Darkrai, so the legendary Pokemon that's on at the moment.
Okay.
And we got there, and it's like there's 6 people in it, and then there's one of them. We got 8 people, and then it's like there's a countdown, and if you don't beat the Pokemon by the end, you just lose, which is lame. But if you fight him and your whole team dies, you can go back in as long as the time is still running.
Okay. Yeah.
So we were doing that, just like fucking idiots in the on the side of the street, just
idiots,
tapping out. Yeah, and then we see this dude. Like, you look at him,
Oh no.
it doesn't look like it just looks like someone who was walking, like looking at his GPS, which you see a lot of in the city.
Yeah. In the city, yeah.
Like, I saw people walking past. I was like, "Oh, is he playing Pokemon?" No, he's just using his GPS trying to get to his destination. And then this other dude who was like walking, walking really slow, like down this alley where we were trying to catch that Darkrai.
Yeah.
And I was like, is he playing? Like, it doesn't look like someone who would be playing. Like, he was it looked like maybe he was in his early 40s, maybe late 30s, early 40s. Looks like he's just leaving work.
What a mad dog.
And then, so me and Scotsman were just like, "Oh, we're done. Like, we couldn't do it. We're like, we're just gonna move on. We're on our way to a bar."
Yeah.
And then this dude like looks at me and he's like, "Oh, you guys going back in?" And we're like, "What? Oh, you doing the raid? Like, there's a Darkrai raid going on right now." And we're like, "Oh shit, you actually fucking play Pokemon?" We're like, "Oh fuck, we'll try again, man. Let's do it." I went back in. It's like, fuck.
Did you do it?
So good. I didn't do it.
Oh. I really thought there was going to be a romantic story then. It's like, there was one, and then we all had drinks at the end.
Yeah,
and
me too.
Talking about our battles.
Nah, it didn't happen. So I still haven't completed one yet.
I did a gym near me, and I clicked on it, looked at the Pokemon. I was like, okay, my Pokemon can beat all them. They got half health. What the hell's deal with that? Don't understand. Cool, whatever. Went in there, bet all his Pokemon. And he goes, yeah, cool. Now there's only 2 left. I was like, wait, what? I was like, but I bet all them all. What, I have to beat them again? Oh, man. And I was like, I finished work. So I was like, I'm going home now, man. Like, this sucks. So, yeah, I don't know. I think, I don't know how the gym works. I can't remember. I think you have to, like, once you beat, like,
you have to leave a Pokemon there or something.
Well, but I bet all his Pokemon, but then it could have just narrowed it down to, like, if you have 4, then I think 1 eliminates and then it goes to 3, then 2, then 1. Now, if anyone knows, or clarify that for me, please, because that must be the case, because I definitely didn't take over the gym. Yeah.
AFP Virtue in the chat says...
So Pat's pretty much saying, that's how it works. So if he's got 4 Pokemon on there and I beat all 4, it goes down to 3 and they get weaker, I'm pretty sure. So
okay.
But anyway, I was wondering why. I was like, why are they half dead?
Yeah.
What happens here? I'm confused.
Yeah.
And there's some gyms that I look at, or like, I'll be going somewhere, but I can't actually stop and play. And I'll click on it. I'm like, oh man, there's only one Pokemon on that, and it's like sucks. Damn it. And I'm like, I can't do that. And then I'll click on other ones, and I'm just like, whoa, it's like 3,000 CP. And I was like, that's intense,
what the
dude.
fuck?
What the fuck, mate? I was like, yeah. Then again, this game's been out for ages, so
3 years.
GG's. Wow. Yep, there you go, boys.
3 years. Yep. Came out in 2016.
Gym Pokemon depend on health. If they have full health, they have attack 3 times. Half is 2, and if they have almost none, you just need to attack once. Okay.
Thank you, Virtue.
That's makes sense. All right, cool.
Anywho, I haven't played in a couple of days actually because I haven't really left my house with the weather being terrible. So and there's not much around my area anyway. So I mainly play when I'm at work because there's so much around work.
Yeah.
So I'll be back on tomorrow.
I actually got to my 7-day
streak.
Yeah. And I went like, it gave me heaps of shit.
Yeah,
and then
so good.
Today it was like, no, yesterday I like did it, and it was just like day 1. I was like, oh,
yeah.
And then today I've already broken it. I was like, damn it.
Yeah,
I was like, oh,
me too. That's why I was like, oh, I've already broken it because I didn't play on Saturday. So
yeah,
I was like, whatever. I'll just start again tomorrow, start fresh, and get it done, baby.
But the first time ever that I've actually like I've just randomly gone into it and I've like caught a Pokemon at my house, and I was like, man, that never happens. Like back where I used to live, it was like zilch. Like there was nothing anywhere. But now I'm like, I can get actual. I don't know because I'm near a golf course and there's like a lake and stuff and a track and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But and I can see what's on at the gym near me as well. I can see what Pokemon are on there and stuff like that. So, yeah, not that far. So yes.
Pokemon Go. Now let's talk a little bit about the Foortnite event that's going on at the moment, which is probably gone by the time we're recording this, I think.
It was, the supercharged stuff is probably gone too because it was only the weekend in America.
It was fun. So it was basically, I don't know how many people go in there, but it's basically there's one
20?
big boss. Yeah, one big boss in the middle of the part of the map.
An island.
An island. Just this giant, he's called the Storm King.
Yep, that's it.
It's just this giant fucking demon-looking dude that you have to beat, which was cool. I thought it was a lot of fun. So he gets randomly a weak point around his body that you have to shoot and just wear him down until you actually kill him, and then when you kill him, you get this cool umbrella. I thought that was a pretty cool event.
I love those type of events. I think like when it kind of takes you out of that BR kind of game mode and puts you into a kind of co-op game mode is awesome. I've done a few of those events and I just think this is sick, dude. Like this is awesome. Like there was one that was similar that it was the zombies. It was waves of zombies. Actually, was it last Halloween event? It could be.
Ooh, really?
I actually reckon it is, man. Yeah, I reckon it was. And remember you had to go with the storm?
Yeah.
And the zombies would follow you and just the wave of zombies. And then they have the super zombie and stuff.
Yeah, holy
I actually think that was.
Wow, that's crazy if it is.
But yeah. So and then they had that supercharged weekend. That's awesome. I don't think they've ever done that I've played at the time. They've done double XP, and that's cool because if you think you're behind in your battle pass, you just like back up to like I'm level 52 or some shit. Like what the hell? So I'll definitely get to the end of my battle pass. And you will too. I think a lot of people will if they've played over the weekend because you get heaps of XP. And especially when we didn't do like I think a week and a half worth of missions. So we had a lot of missions to do. Yeah. So we were just like ranking up like 2 levels a game. Like that was amazing.
It's good.
So yeah. But the Halloween event, yeah, man, it's cool. Even in the BR game mode, this is the normal game mode, they had random zombies will just appear. The battle bus is like decorated in Halloween stuff, and some of the houses were, and they obviously had Halloween challenges as well. Like I think it was like destroy the Halloween furniture and stuff in certain houses and all that kind of little fun stuff. But yeah, well done, Fortnite. Done it
Well
again.
done. Well done indeed. Let's talk about the latest big game that I've played.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, I'm so
Outer
excited.
Outer Worlds, baby.
I'm so excited, dude.
So if you haven't heard, if you've been living under a rock, there's this little game called Outer Worlds, not to be confused with Outer Wilds, which came out a few months ago, which is also kind of similar in terms of setting, I guess. Like they're both set in outer space and you're going from planet to planet.
Mm-hmm.
But Outer Worlds is the big AAA title from Obsidian Studios, who worked on Fallout 76. Not Fallout 76, Fallout New Vegas, sorry.
Yeah.
Which is, a very beloved game by a lot of gamers. And let's say it's the best Fallout game. If you know that, and you love Fallout New Vegas, you are basically getting Fallout in space, which is, I think, a great thing. It's not. I expected it to be a lot more, I guess, more positive, kind of jollier kind of a game where more colorful and that sort of stuff. Whereas it's still kind of not as desolate as Fallout, but you still kind of get that vibe. It's got kind of a BioShock vibe to it.
Uh-huh.
It looks like a game set in the 50s, but in the future, which is kind of like Fallout is. Yeah, exactly. But without being post-apocalyptic.
It's kind of like it's like years and years and years and years and years like on from Fallout. Like
yeah,
they're living in space now. The Earth is blowing up.
Yeah, I mean, so it's good because I've talked to you about it before. Where with Fallout, it puts me off a bit because it's such a kind of depressing environment. And the thing that gets me the most is the armor and stuff that you get. It's all relative to the game, I guess. Like it fits the setting. It's like shit that's been put together with just bits and pieces that you find around the world. Whereas this is, you get like spacesuits and like cool shit, but it's not as broken down as a Bethesda game, so you don't get the shoulder pads and the chest piece and the pants and the shoes. It's literally you get the bodysuit and a helmet, and you can mix and match the two. And that's it. Which it's not a bad thing. It's still pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it's basically what you would expect. It's basically Fallout in space. You get the dialogue trees, the sort of satire comedy kind of thing, which is it's cool. I like it. You can carry up to 4 weapons at a time that you can switch in between. You need to repair weapons. But it's really cool how they've broken down your stat trees kind of thing. So you get a certain thing, and then if you put points towards that, it'll give points to the things under that. So for example, you can go, I think it's technician or something, and you'd give, it would give points to like health regeneration and like hacking and that sort of thing. Which is, it's cool. It's not as overwhelming as a lot of those games can get, which is great.
How's the story?
It's okay. I'm not very far into it.
Okay.
I've done, so basically at the start, you're basically a dude that's been frozen on a spaceship going somewhere, just like cryogenic pod, and something happens, and this dude like takes you out and just sends you to this planet to like recolonize or some shit. But he's some kind of he's wanted for some reason. So he's a scientist, but he's wanted. So he's a criminal for some. But I think he's sort of a vigilante, maybe. I don't know too much about it, to be honest. So it's basically that's where you make your character. Your character gets shot out in a pod.
Is it the same kind of character creator as like all the Fallout games, or pretty in depth? You can make like a duck face if you wanted to.
This is really weird. I don't remember making my character.
Oh,
I don't think it was very detailed. I feel like I went through it pretty quickly.
Okay.
Because because I've created so many characters the past few days.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't remember it being very detailed, to be honest. Actually, wait, I remember a little bit now. No, it wasn't very detailed. It was like I chose my face from like a list of like 15 different heads, skin color, hair, hairstyle. Yeah, pretty stock standard, nothing amazing.
Yeah.
And then you go in, and then you go on this planet, and then something funny happens, and then but it's pretty early on it puts you in that position of like in Fallout 3 where you can choose to destroy was it Megaton, the big town? There's a bit where like you can help this dude, and he's like, oh, just press this button, you can just destroy this town. And you press the button, you just watch it explode, and you can't go back to that town ever again because it's blown up. You get this sort of decision pretty early on where it's like, okay, like the decisions that I make actually affect the game pretty heavily.
Yeah.
And I think I talked to you about this recently, where they actually allow you to kill quest givers.
Oh yeah, you did.
It doesn't give you a fail
replayed
state.
it as well.
Yeah,
I hate that.
It doesn't give you a fail state. Why do you hate that?
Because like it's cool, but I'm just like, oh, but I'll never know about.
Yeah, but I like that it gives you the option.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I like it, but I'm like, I kind of don't. There's something in me that I'm like,
yeah, but you don't have to do it. Like
Yeah,
you
that's
know what
true.
would happen. Like you don't have to do it. But I want to test it out. So I got up to this bit, which is actually I think I'm still up to that bit at the moment. But it's like I talked to this lady, and she's like, either do this mission for me, or give me 10 grand, and I'll give you the thing that you need. Right? And I tried to do the mission, and apparently I did one part wrong, and I went back to her and I was like, yeah, this is what I did, and that's all I've got. I haven't got anything else. And she was like, well, that's not satisfactory, so give me 10 grand. And like I can't go back to, saying, yeah, I'm gonna complete the rest of the mission. It's just like, no, give me 10 grand or you can't have the thing. And I need the thing. It's like the main quest.
Shit.
So I'm like, what if I kill her and then try to steal the thing? Maybe she's got it on her.
Oh.
So I'm like, I'm just gonna kill her. So I killed her.
But that's the thing. Like the thing in my head would be like, well, if I need that thing, if I kill her, I can't get the thing anymore. So how do I advance into this bit?
Well,
that freaked me the fuck out, dude.
Here's the thing. So in my head, I was like, I'm just gonna kill her and take the thing.
Okay.
I kill her, and she doesn't have the thing.
Oh fuck.
So I'm like,
I'd throw up.
Fuck. What do I do now? And then the game is like, well, it comes up with a little thing, and then there's a cross next to the objective. It's like, well, you fucked that up, and it's like, go back to your spaceship, and your spaceship has got this AI on board.
Okay.
That, like a bit of a snarky AI. And it goes, yeah, go back to your spaceship and talk to Ada. That's her name. And we'll go through whatever other options we have, because we can't go down that route anymore. So it's just cool that it doesn't give you a fail state. It's like, oh, you haven't done what the game wants you to do, so now you're fucked. You need to do it again. It's like, you've done what you felt was
right.
You've made your decision. That's what you wanted to do. We're going to let you do it. And yeah, we'll try and find another way of getting shit done. And I was like, fuck, that's cool.
That is cool. Yeah, I like that.
Because it's like a lot of those games, it's like, yeah, you get all these choices and stuff, but in the end, it really doesn't mean anything. It always takes you to the same point anyway. Whereas this, it was like, I actually felt like, my decisions were actually meaningful.
Yeah. And some characters do piss you off that you're like, I actually want to kill you right now.
Yeah.
And if you kill them, they're like, fail. And you're like, damn it.
Yeah. So this game doesn't give you that ever. So there's one bit where your ship gets impounded, and there's a guard just watching the entrance to your ship. It's a big spaceship, so you know where it is. There's just a bridge that's like, it's raised, and there's someone standing next to it. And you talk to them, and they're like, yeah, you need to speak to this person, and find out if you can get your ship back. And I was like, nah, I'm just going to kill you and get my ship. So I kill her, and like in another game, it would be like, you killed this person, like, you can't do that, game over, go back. I was just like, this person's dead, but guess what? You can't actually get your ship from doing that, so suck shit. It's just, that person's dead now. I thought it would be like, I kill her and then like press a button and like lower the bridge and then I can just get my ship. It was like, nah. That's not how it works, mate.
God. That's a pisser.
Yeah, so it's really interesting. It's cool. But yeah,
I'm super keen to play this, by the way.
You
know what? You know how we're talking about coffee games? This is a coffee game.
This is a coffee game for sure. Yeah,
coffee game. That's gonna be my new thing now. All right, I'm gonna be like, this is a coffee game.
Yeah, that's what I wanted, because a lot of the games that we play now is a lot of PvP stuff, and because I'm losing my touch a bit, getting a bit older, not playing as much. I'm not as good as young people who just get to play all the time.
Them reflexes,
Exactly. So I'm getting a bit frustrated playing these games all the time, not having as much fun as I would a few years ago. So I'm like, I need to find something that's like more chilled, that's actually relaxing, and I feel good about playing. That's when I found ESO. But this would definitely qualify as that as well. It's cool. It's funny. It's awesome. So I'll tell you a little bit about the first mission to explain what I mean by those big decisions that you have to make. So basically you go into this town and it's like kind of shitty, where people have to work really hard, don't really get much for their hard work. And the dude in charge is like, hey, so we need more power to power up the factory. So can you, because you need something from him. Basically, you need something to power up your ship to leave the planet.
Okay.
So he's like, so I need to power up my factory and you need something to power up your ship. So go to this camp where it's basically people who have left this town because they were sick of it, moved on, set up camp in that place. Go tell them to move back into my town and use the power that's going to that camp to power up my factory, and you take their part that you need from them to power up your ship. And I was like, okay, checks out. Sounds good. Everyone wins. The people go back to the town and yeah, it's great. And then you go to that camp and the lady in charge is like, this guy's an asshole. Like, why would we go back to him? Like, he treats everyone like shit. Like, why are you helping him? And I'm like, oh, people actually seem like they're pretty happy over here. And then she's like, tell you what, that part that you need, they've got that in that factory that you're trying to power up, right? So why don't you double cross him and drain all the power from his factory and power up our camp and get all the people from the town to move to our camp because everyone's happier here.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh, this freaked me out, man. I'd be sitting there for like 2 hours trying to make decisions.
Yeah, I was just sitting there. It was funny because Jade was next to me. And she was like, yeah, what do you... Because, here's the thing. So you get companions, right? And I had a companion at the point. And she's from the town.
Is her name Jade?
No.
Okay.
But she was like, as I was about to make the decision, basically you need to go to this power plant and then decide where you want to redirect the power. If you want to redirect it to the camp or the town. As I'm about to make the decision, she goes, wait, hang on a minute. And then you talk to her and she's like, look, I think you're about to help the camp out, but you need to remember that not everyone's a piece of shit from that town. Like, a lot of people are going to starve to death if you do that.
Did you kill everyone?
No.
Oh.
But like, as she was saying that, Jed was like, yeah, what are you going to do? I was like, oh man, it's already hard enough. Like, don't do that, man. Like, I really have to think about it. I was like, it's very interesting. And that's like one of the first missions that you get as well. And I'm just like, oh, I don't know. Like, I'm thinking if I help the camp, people can just move from the town to the camp and they shut down the factory and everyone will be happy. Like, they'll be happier staying at the camp instead of the town. So then I helped the camp and I was like, oh, fuck. Like, did I do the right thing? And then everyone's like, the camp lady was like, yeah, thank you so much for your help. Now you can go back to the town and get the part that you need and power up your ship and off you go. And I go back to the town and the dude in charge is just like, I just have one question for you, man. Why did you do it? And I'm just like, oh, like, you treat everyone like shit, man. And he's just like, yeah, but they're making a living, like they're earning their keep, and now we can't feed everyone because that's how they made food, man. You just fucked everyone over. I'm just like, what the fuck? And he's like,
changed my mind.
Yeah, and then he's just like, well, I'm out of here. I've told every guard in the town that you're a piece of shit, so they're gonna kill you on sight. And I was just like, oh fuck. So I just went into the factory, got the thing that I needed, and just fucked off. I was just like, oh fuck, that was intense.
Man, when I do that, I'm gonna do the other thing and I'll see what happens. That'd be cool.
Yeah. But it's just, yeah, it's really cool. The only thing is, a lot of the time it's the dialogue trees are, it's the same as the other games where you get 4 or 5 different options, and then you might think of a different one. And a lot of the time I was like, oh, I actually want to say this. Oh, that's not an option? That sucks. Like... Yeah. But it's like, what's the way around it, right? Like, it's a hard thing to do, and I get that. But
yeah,
that's the only real complaint that I have. Like, there's no... the other thing is the menus kind of suck a little bit. There's a lot of... In some menus, there'll be something that pops up telling you what you need to do, which is helpful. But it'll be like, hold down A to get out of it. Well, like, I'll be clicking A to get out of it, and it doesn't do anything. It's like, oh, you have to hold it down. And then in some other menus, it's like, oh, just tap it. If you go into, when you level up, it'll be like, you need to put those, you get 10 points and you put them towards whatever you want.
Okay.
And if you do that and go into another menu, it'll be like, oh, are you sure you want to go? Because if you go, it's not going to save. So you actually have to press X to save it and then move to the other menu. If you forget to do that, it just goes back to... normal, which is a little bit annoying. I got used to it pretty quickly, but it seems like a bit of a pain. It's just, it seems a little bit, a little bit old school.
Yeah.
But apart from that, man, it's pretty solid. It's good fun.
Cool. Yeah, super keen.
Yeah. I'm not going to stick with it at the moment because there's too much going on.
Too much,
and like, Elder Scrolls is kind of similar, I guess. It scratches that itch, right? So I'm not going to play 2 games of that genre.
That's why I didn't pick it up, because there are just other games coming out, and I'm like, that would be a really good game that I could see myself in, like, 4 months time or something like that, kind of start of next year, and I'm going to be like, Outer Worlds, yes, play that. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I only got it because my Game Pass is still running.
Yeah.
So I thought, why not? Why not? And it's definitely good.
Yeah, nice.
But all right, that was another pretty long episode, wasn't it? 141, not bad, good size.
Wow.
But we're probably gonna wrap it up at this point. Chris, tell the people where they can follow your endeavors on the internet, man?
They can follow my endeavors on the Instagram. That's at Christofini.gaming. That is it.
Very nice.
Yeah. Where can they follow us?
They can follow us. The best place is probably Twitter at the moment. Pretty active on Twitter. So all our handles are basically Button Mash Pod, one word. So that's on Twitter, on Instagram, email as well. You can email us your feedback. That's buttonmashpod@gmail.com. We also have a website, www.buttonmashpod.com. What else do we have? Facebook, Button Mash Podcast on there.
And Twitch TV.
Twitch. You can watch the show live on Twitch. It's usually on Sundays, sometimes on Tuesdays, like tonight. But yeah, again, Twitter's the best place to find out what the schedule is going to be for the week. That's updated on the Saturday or Sunday. But yeah, that's what we've got in store for you today. That was another fun episode, Chris. So thank you very much.
It was, man. It was good. It was good.
Very good indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening and have a good time.
Peace.
Final round. You